Hi, I'm Justin, and welcome to part 5 of the Custom Hoth Star Wars Diorama series, where we feature Black Series 6-inch figures. And in this particular scene, of course, like I said, it's Hoth, so it's got Wampa and Luke hanging out on one side, and we've got a Rebel base with Han Solo and Leia on the other. We finished all the structural parts, so now we're just into the painting, the final leg of the race. We're almost done, so I'm going to get started on this. This is going to be a multi-day project, or part of this project. So just to show you what I'm going to be using, we've got our paintbrushes as you would expect. We're not finger painting here, which would probably be a lot of fun, but not so cool looking at the end. So we got blue paint, it's all acrylic paints here. Blue acrylic paint, white acrylic paint. I've got some snow, just in case, right? And that's going to be in the same area that this scenic cement is at Hobby Lobby, if you're going to Hobby Lobby by chance. I don't know if it's at Michael's. I've never shop for this stuff there, but they might have it. Then we got Mod Podge. This is the gloss finish. I'm probably going to use mostly gloss finish on icicles, and I've got a matte finish in case I decide to use that later. So that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and get started, grind this out so we can get this awesome diorama done. So let's get started. Alright, so now our diorama is taken apart into all its pieces. It's laid out on the table, and now we just need to paint a good base coat of white to get things rolling before we start adding any other colors. As I've started to put down the first coat of white, I'm already noticing that it's very thin. I'll wait and see what it looks like when it's dried, but this is definitely going to be at least a 2-coater, maybe even 3, just to get that good solid white foundation that I'm looking for in this base coat. A quick comparison real quick. I just used the foam brush on this side, and it looks so much smoother than the bristle brush side, and just so you can see the difference between the two. You can see the bristles in each of the strokes that you make. So I want this coat to be really smooth, so we're going to stick with the foam brush. Lesson learned. All you painters out there are like, duh, we know this already. So Justin does not know this, and I'm learning that now. So lesson learned, foam brush it is for base coat. So somehow I managed to paint with a metallic paint on my first coat, which is here. I missed the big bold letters metallic on here, and don't ask how. One of my better moments, that's for sure. And we've got this beautiful pearl, pearl white color on everything. It glistens like a vampire from Twilight or something. So now we've got our actual white paint here in a satin finish, which should be a lot better for snow. So I need to get started on that today and get, maybe 2 more coats on this before we can move on to other colors. Alright, as you can see, I've got everything painted white, but we've got a big problem here. And let me zoom in on some of these areas. Yep, right there. You can see those lines there. Yes, my friend the permanent marker, which I used thoroughly on this project. And most of these spots, it really wouldn't matter too much if there was permanent marker showing. But I'm a little OCD about it, and I want it to look perfect. And I've realized that permanent marker bleeds through acrylic paint. And after experiencing it myself and then Googling it, I was validated by people writing about permanent markers don't go well with acrylics, don't use them. They'll bleed through. You'll have to do coat after coat after coat, and it'll keep coming through. So I'm using hopefully my faithful friend here, Mod Podge, and hopefully that will seal it and keep it from bleeding through. I'm going to put 2 coats of it and then go back with acrylic paint, see what happens, and I will update you in just a moment here. But this is so close to being ready for other colors, but I'm not doing anything until I finish this. So let's get going. Alright, so we're wrapping up the base coat right now. I've added a little of the metallic white paint that I mentioned at the beginning that was a mistake. I didn't mean to use that. I didn't even know it was metallic, even though it's written in bold. How silly of me. And I've got the satin white from Martha Stewart. And I'm adding some of this textured snow that I've shown you before. I also have it in this little salt shaker type a bottle that I created by modifying the lid a little bit. So I've already got my paint in here. I've already added some of this. I'm going to add a little bit more. Give it a good stir, and then I'm going to start applying this base coat. And that should help cover up some of those permanent marker marks that have been so difficult for me to get out. I'll never use permanent markers again on foam board. That's been a mistake that I'm learning from. Apparently on my first project I'd never really experienced that. I don't know why, if I didn't use as much maybe or something, but so I'm going to stir this up and get it on here and hopefully start adding some new colors, because I'm getting tired of painting this one color on everything. But I think it's going to look really nice when we start adding some blue and maybe a little bit of a stain on there. So let's keep going. Alright, so now we're using our Deco Art Snow Tex, which is really neat stuff. It has a spongy-like consistency, and I'm using a nice little sponge brush to apply it. It's really good because you can kind of dab it on a little bit at a time. Just give you an idea of what it feels like. It's kind of bouncy, but it works really well. It's a lot like the paint with the snow texture that I added to it from earlier, but it's just a little bit thicker, and it seems to hold a little better when you brush it on. I just really like the way it looks. I would probably use this again in the future as well. And you can add paint to it to add some color to it if you want. I'm not doing that because I am going to do another coat of the original paint color after this. So there's really no need for me to add any paint to this right now. And you just dab it on. You can smear it. Whatever works for you. So we're putting the finishing touches on this wire here, making it black, and hoping we don't have to go over any of the white later with more white. Mistakes at this point are not welcomed, but they do happen, so trying to be as careful as I can with a smaller brush to not make any mistakes. So next I'm going to show you how I make the diorama more realistic by adding different shades of blue to the top, the bottom, and the icicles. So now we're going to dry brush some white on. So basically you take a little bit of paint on your brush, and then you're just going to paint on a dry surface until you get barely anything left. And then you kind of go up, and it should just barely coat the piece. Give this cool look when you're done. You can see the difference already in that, right? So these three have been done, this one hasn't been done. I'm going to do it again. We brush it on our paper towel, and we give it a... You start at the bottom of the darker areas first and work your way up to the lighter. And just give it a nice coat, a light coat, just barely enough. It really blends everything in together nicely. And you just keep doing that with all of them. Eventually, you're done. Alright, so for this part, we're going to be staining a little bit. So we just want to add some dirt, basically, to the snow so it's not so clean looking. So what I do is I just mix some black paint and some water. I apply it, and then I just kind of try to rub it off. That usually gives the look that I want. So it's a watered down acrylic black paint. You just drip it on whatever tint you want, and then I just rub it off. Dry brushing with white, and you get this. It's much better. Alright, so the Hoth diorama is complete. I believe this was a success. It did take a lot longer than what I anticipated. I was really hoping to get it done in like 2 weeks. It ended up taking maybe 3 or 4, I think, all in all. So it is all done. I spent a lot of time on paint and obviously the ice work. I'm going to give you a close-up look now so you can see a little bit better what's on the inside. Alright, so to give you an overview of what we've got going on, we've got some ice work at the top and the bottom. And you can see the only difference between this one and the rest is this one is attached to this piece here, not the bottom. That's why it's not smooth down here at the bottom. But it's barely noticeable. I'm happy with it still. The ice work turned out really good. That Tamiya epoxy putty really smooths out the transition so you don't even know that that was glued on. It looks like it was formed out of the foam in some weird way. Luke's lightsaber in the background. The cool bones here from one of the victims of the Wampa. And Luke is going to defend himself because the Wampa is really hungry for Jedi apparently. And the kids aren't in bed yet, or they're in bed but not wanting to fall asleep. And we've got some ice work at the top, some wiring in the back. There's a black wire, 2 white ones that kind of go into this piece just slightly. And they're also held in with a tie that goes through that back panel. And that's pretty much it. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please do subscribe. I am going to make some more dioramas in the near future. I don't know what they're going to be yet. I have some ideas that I've been juggling around. But definitely stay tuned for more. Thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.